In the history of science, there are brilliant minds whose discoveries changed the way we live, eat, and survive. But few have had an impact as great as Louis Pasteur, the French chemist and biologist, who helped the world understand something revolutionary: the existence of invisible life. At a time when people did not know how diseases spread or why food spoiled so quickly, Pasteur brought answers that saved millions of lives. His discoveries were not just scientific achievements. They were breakthroughs that touched the daily life of every person. From the milk we drink, to the vaccines we take, to the basic hygiene practices that protect us today. The world before Pasteur was a world full of fear and mystery. The world after Pasteur became a place of knowledge, prevention, and hope. In this story, you will travel back to 19th century France to see how a simple boy with a curious mind became the father of microbiology. You will learn how he discovered microbes, created vaccines, and developed pasteurization, a process that still protects our food today. This is the story of courage, intelligence, and determination, the story of Louis Pasteur. Before we begin, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to Talky English, and activate the notification bell. Your support helps us create more inspiring stories in English for learners around the world. To understand Pasteur's greatness, we must first understand the world he lived in. In the 19th century, France was a place of progress, but also a place of danger. Cities were growing fast. Factories filled the landscape, and new machines were changing everyday life. But behind this progress, there were serious problems. People did not know what caused many diseases. Illnesses appeared suddenly, spread quickly, and killed without mercy. Doctors used old and incorrect theories. Food spoiled in hours, and entire farms were destroyed by mysterious outbreaks. No one understood that tiny, invisible organisms were responsible for all this. The world was full of questions, but had no answers, until Pasteur came along. Louis Pasteur was born in 1822 in the small French town of Dole. His family was simple and hardworking. His father, a leather tanner, taught him discipline, honesty, and the value of education. As a child, Pasteur was quiet and shy. He enjoyed painting more than studying science. Teachers saw him as a good but not extraordinary student. No one imagined that this calm boy would one day change the world. But during his teenage years, everything began to change. Pasteur became curious about nature and how things worked. He studied chemistry, physics, and the secrets of materials. His passion for learning grew stronger, and he eventually attended the École Normale Supérieure, where he discovered that science was not just about facts. It was about solving mysteries and improving lives. Pasteur's scientific journey took a dramatic turn when he began studying fermentation, the process behind wine, beer, and many foods. People believed that fermentation happened by itself, but Pasteur disagreed. Using a microscope, he discovered something incredible. Tiny living creatures, microorganisms, were responsible for these changes. He concluded that microbes caused fermentation, food spoilage, and possibly even diseases. It was a revolutionary idea that opened the door to a new world, the world of microbiology. Pasteur showed that invisible life existed everywhere, in the air, in water, and on surfaces. This discovery became the foundation of the germ theory of disease. If microbes spoiled food, Pasteur believed he could protect drinks by eliminating harmful organisms. After many experiments, he found that heating liquids to a specific temperature for a short time killed dangerous microbes without changing the taste. This simple but powerful process became known as pasteurization. It saved the French wine and beer industries and made milk safer for millions of people. Even today, pasteurization remains essential in food production worldwide. Pasteur's success drove him to tackle bigger challenges. Farmers were losing animals to deadly diseases. Silkworms were dying, cows collapsed from mysterious illnesses, and entire farms were destroyed. Pasteur studied these problems carefully and proved that germs caused these diseases too. By separating healthy animals from infected ones, he saved industries and brought hope to farmers. His work proved that disease was not a random curse. It had clear causes that science could understand and control. The next step in Pasteur's journey was even more incredible: the creation of vaccines. His first major triumph was a vaccine for anthrax, a deadly disease that killed farm animals across Europe. Pasteur weakened the dangerous microbes and used them to protect healthy animals. In a famous public demonstration, vaccinated animals survived while unprotected ones died. It was a turning point in medical history. But Pasteur's most dramatic moment came in 1885 when a boy named Joseph Meister was bitten by a rabid dog. Rabies was almost always fatal, and the child had no hope except for Pasteur. Although his rabies vaccine had never been tested on humans, he decided to try. For many days, he gave the boy injections with weakened forms of the virus. In the end, the child survived. Pasteur had saved a human life with a laboratory-made vaccine for the first time in history. As Pasteur continued his work, the world recognized his brilliance. He became a hero not only in France, but everywhere. Scientists admired him, governments honored him, and people trusted him. He helped doctors understand infections, improved hospital hygiene, protected animals, and made food safer. His discoveries touched medicine, agriculture, industry, and daily life. To continue his mission, France created the Pasteur Institute in 1888, a research center dedicated to fighting infectious diseases. The institute became one of the most important in the world, and it continues to save lives today. In his final years, Pasteur's health weakened, but his passion never faded. He encouraged young scientists, shared his wisdom, and continued to believe that science was the key to a better world. When he died in 1895, the world mourned the loss of a great mind, but his legacy lived on. In every hospital, every vaccine, every bottle of milk, and every scientific discovery inspired by his work. Louis Pasteur proved that with curiosity, courage, and compassion, one person can change the future of humanity. Thank you for watching this story. If you enjoyed the video, Do not forget to like, share, and leave a comment telling us what you learned today. And of course, subscribe to Talky English and activate the notification bell so you never miss our next inspiring story in English. See you in the next video.